Boom, we're here. Where's everybody at? So go back to the other. Folks, in case you're wondering what's going on here, I was just in a live on somebody else's channel. We're trying to figure out how to do something. So I'm going live on my channel. And they're going to try to send everybody to my channel. Fart Sack Jack just checked in. Awesome. Thank you for the sub. Patrick Murphy's here. So let's see if we can do this. Boom. In case anybody wants to join me. Give me just a second. There's one light above my head that drives me nuts. That's better. And I just got a big ring light right in my face. Thank you, Patrick. I thought I had my channel set up. I should have mentioned that, but I've got my channel set up where it's supposed to be, you have to be a member or subscribe for 5 minutes before you can join the chat, but I guess I don't. Yeah, no, just my weird lighting in here, I guess. I've got old neon clocks and stuff in here hanging in a couple of places. I think I've only got 2 or 3 of them turned on. Hey, Matt, how are you? Jen is here. I put the link in the chat in case anybody wanted to join me on here. I have no notes or anything. That's a little junked up right now, Jack. That's part of the plan for tomorrow, hopefully, is to get a bunch of this junk out of here and take it to storage. Zagon Tiger, did I say that right? Appreciate you, man. So, Cameron, did you find a icon or something other to start a raid, or is it just word of mouth? Because I thought that's how it was done. Yeah, I'm down in Medford. Oh, I don't know. I never heard of it. I just thought it was word of mouth. You just tell everybody to go raid somebody, and everybody just went on their own. I didn't. But Jen was talking about there might be some kind of icon on, like they have on Whatnot or something. Yeah, it's actually, I've been cleaning up in here a little bit at a time. The plan is I have a brick and mortar shop in town, or I'm in a brick and mortar shop with my watch repair business, and I'm going to shut that down and move it home. So I've got to, over here behind me, you can see the cabinets along the shelf. Those are watch parts cabinets, but I'm going to get all my watch parts, my watch working tools over here in this corner, and then the rest of the garage is all going to be reselling. So I got to get all this other junk out of here before I can set all that up. And right now I can't do much out here because it's stinking hot. $85 in Anaheim. I think it's actually hotter than that here. We're just under a heat advisory. Here in Medford, it is still, it's 87 degrees here right now still. So it's come down a little. Hey, Kristen's here. Kristen, if you leave it plugged in, it doesn't do that. Yeah, it was murderous hot out here today. Clean and a battery. Battery operated watches. I think I charge $10 for a battery, or they do. I don't handle the money. I just write on my books, my cut, keep track of what they owe me. I don't really do too many battery watches though. Only when they get overwhelmed. Hey, Ping, how are you? Yeah, everybody decided to come jump over on my channel. But yeah, I do like the mechanical watches. I do Rolexes. Well, I specialize in antique, vintage, and luxury watches. And for the old pocket watches, I get $100 plus parts if they're needed. Uh, for like the Swiss wrist watches, the luxury watches, it really depends on the brand. Ah, well, Kristen, airplane. I live out by the airport, so yeah. But for battery operated watches, there's not too many of them that I can't put a whole brand new movement in it for less than the price of cleaning a mechanical. But most, if you do get a battery, just whatever you do, don't go to like a department store to get your battery changed, or go to Batteries Plus. Do not go to Batteries Plus. Find a jewelry store that has a watchmaker on staff. It should never be more than $10 or $15, $20 for some of the fancier places. And that should cover a new gasket if you need one. Ah, Ping, I didn't know you were diabetic. My mom's diabetic, and I've been trying to get her to get in one of those patch things that you can connect to a smartphone. But she has like one of those phones for seniors where all it does is make phone calls. Yeah, those old digital advertising watches sell good. Yeah, that's what my mom is too, type 2. Yeah, Kristen, anybody that's trying to charge you $40 to put a battery in a Movado is scamming you. Movado didn't even make that watch. They just put their name on it. I don't charge any more to put a battery in a Movado than I do any other watch. Now, some Movados are a little tricky. If you don't know how to take them apart and put them back together while changing the batteries, you can literally destroy the watch. I have one on my bench right now that Batteries Plus destroyed, and there's no fixing it. Yeah, the Movado store. Go to a jeweler's and get them to do it. The people at Movado don't have the first clue what they're doing anyway. Good deal, Ping. Stay on top of that stuff. You probably know better than I do how fast things can go downhill if you don't stay on top of it. Oh, and go find a real jewelry store, not something in the mall, something locally owned. Those mall stores are terrible about just hiring teenagers and young 20 somethings that they have no clue what they're doing or what they're talking about. I think, don't know that I've got any. Well, I got one watch. I don't know if I ever showed this one on here. Oh, I was on Adam's Live last night, and something got brought up about bundles on Poshmark. And no sooner than they said that, somebody added this watch to their bundle, and I was like holding my breath, hoping they would go through with the purchase. But I don't know why people do that. They add one thing to a bundle and then they go away. Get you a little sacrifice one of these, but don't know that if you can pick it up. But it says Tiffany and Co. on the dial, and it's a Rolex. Hey, wake up. There we go. So Tiffany is one of the few places left that Rolex will still work with as far as putting another name on their watches other than just their own. And they're very sought after. And this one is from the late 50s. Anyway, 10,000. Hopefully. It probably won't sell for that anywhere near that, but it's better to start high and work your way down than try to start low and work your way up. Did my chat freeze? Somebody go up there and hit that link and join me in here. This is impromptu. Haven't even thought about going live. Although I am talking to somebody. So Monday night's show should be a pretty good one. Jen, the best thing to know about watches is there are more fake ones out there that you'll run into than real ones as far as the big names go. Got Tiffany Rolexes. Tiffany dial Rolexes are big money. That watch that I just showed you guys, hey, Fartsat Jack decided he's going to take me up on my offer. How's it going tonight, brother?
What's up, man? How are you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not interested in any of the big money watches.
Yeah.
That's way out of my league. I'm just poor.
The battery operated watches.
I got this box of watches from an auction. Yeah. It was a complete beer flat.
Right.
It was almost brim full completely to the top for $65. And I've already made tons and tons of money. They're like, let's see, I sold the Heinz ketchup one for like $200 with no band. Huh? My camera was unplugged.
Oh. Oh. He'll probably be right back. Yeah, when you find those watches that have, they're like little Chotsky giveaway watches, but they'll say different company names on them. There he is. He's back. Let's see. Boom.
But not sure what happened there.
But no, those advertising watches. Oh, you left out again, man.
I don't know what's going on, man. Dang it. Why is it doing that? Huh. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing that.
You need a new cable.
It's a onboard
camera,
but it's weird. I wiggled some cords. We'll see.
That's what I
But
do. I just start wiggling stuff and give it the old Fonzarelli every once in a while.
well, yeah, I got a little tack hammer here somewhere. Whack on it.
Hit it with your little pecker,
huh? No, belly's in the way.
Oh boy! Oh, but no, those old advertising watches or giveaway watches, tchotchkes. Those things. There's people out there that collect those things, and I sold one a few months back that was new old stock, and it said Kool-Aid on it and had the Kool-Aid man on it and everything.
Oh yeah.
I think I got like $140 for it or something like that.
Yeah, that's a big name, Kool-Aid. I got a couple. I have one McDonald's. It's a digital with a stretch band.
Yeah.
I have one of those listed that works, but the other one doesn't. And I've ordered batteries, but the batteries came from China, and I can't tell. Like
if
none
you
of
want
them
to order
have,
batteries, there's a place, and I'm pretty sure you can order online. They'll sell to anybody, but it's called Star Time Supply.
okay.
And you can order them, and you can order them pretty cheap, a lot cheaper. Well, probably not as cheap as the ones from China, but you'll get them within a couple of days, and
Right.
they'll be good, fresh batteries. So you don't have to
I'll
bother
order from
worry about
there.
them.
Hopefully, I mean, I don't know that they need cleaned. I'm just probably most of them just need a battery, you know, and probably most of them are the same freaking size battery. I'm hoping, you know.
Well, most of them probably have the exact same movement in them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the digital ones are, yeah, but
the early digital stuff, the old red LCD or LED watches, some of those bring big money.
Yeah. Have you seen some of the calculator price ones?
Yeah, I'm talking about the ones earlier than that. The calculator one was made famous in a James Bond movie,
right?
And I'm pretty sure that one was a Seiko.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know, man. I had a whole bunch. Well, there I go again. I don't understand. I'm not sure why.
Movie watches are another cool thing to look out for. At some point, look up James Bond movie watches. The early ones were Rolexes, but Seiko got in on the act. And for the last 20, 30 years, they've been Omegas. And I sold one of the Omega James Bond watches last year for like $1,800.
Wow. Didn't you just sell a $high Rolex too?
Two of them.
No kidding.
Yeah, I've sold one of them. I sold on Poshmark, and I can't find a way to make a screenshot off of Poshmark to look good when I post it on Instagram.
Huh.
All right, Cameron. Good night, buddy.
Night, Cameron.
But I sell a handful of Rolexes every year, a handful of old railroad watches, pocket watches every year, and another handful of this or that other vintage wristwatches.
So basically, all you're selling is $high stuff. You ain't selling no.
Pretty much. Well,
no
a lot
cheap
of the
shit.
old vintage mechanical stuff, they don't bring that much money.
Yeah. It's weird how some stuff can sell for so much money and some stuff, you know what I mean? Look at the price of some stupid ass toys that are selling and a watch.
I sold a damn Transformer a couple of months back. It was Optimus Prime, but he was all yellow and black, like a Caterpillar tractor or something. It was some special version of him. It's just a plastic toy, and it sold for $70-something plus shipping, and it was going to Japan.
Yeah. Well, that's where all the money's at. Yeah.
I guess.
I'm done with that.
All right, man. But yeah, if you're out there and you run across watches that have a potential to be big money or good money, it won't be the Rolexes or the Patek Philippe's or anything like that. Those are almost always fake. The little Gucci watches, they're terrible watches. Don't buy them. Sorry about that, man. But what you can find is like old digital watches or old advertising watches. You'll see a lot of political buttons, but in the form of a watch. Famously, Spiro Agnew and what's his name? I am not a crook. brain fart. Can't think of his name. Somebody tell me who I'm talking about. Nixon. You'll see a lot of Nixon and Jimmy Carter watches. You'll see a lot of that stuff, and people collect that. If you can find one in decent shape, put a battery in it, it works, it'll bring good money. But even if it doesn't work, you can sell it for parts. That's G.I. Joes. I have yet to find a single G.I. Joe. Every time I buy one of those bags full of little toy soldier figurine things, they always end up being some knockoff. So I've yet to find a G.I. Joe anything. They're right up there on the same bolo list, bucket list as Scotty Cameron golf stuff and Pyrex. I find Pyrex all the time, but it's always either modern stuff or stuff that nobody wants, or it's been washed in a dishwasher till all the color and design is faded off of it. But no, when you run across watches, the little ladies vintage watches, the little mechanical ones, stay away from them. They're not worth anything. You're more likely to come across like I said, an old digital watch or LCD or LED watch that's worth good money than you will anything else. Older Seikos are good money. You know, Patrick, that's kind of weird. As I get older, and I guess everybody else from those days, we tend to gravitate more towards the villains from our childhoods than we do the heroes. Like Cobra, Skeletor, Darth Vader. You know, the bad guys from our childhoods are now more sought after than the heroes. Right now, I would much rather find an old Skeletor figurine than I had an old He-Man figurine. Although I'll take either one. I'll sell them both. But I might set the Skeletor over here on the shelf to look at for a little while. What else? Old watches. There are a lot of old mechanical watches out there that are worth good money that people don't. Their names aren't as prominent today as they were back when they were popular, but collectors still like them. Like Longines. Well, Hamilton's made a comeback thanks to a couple of movies they were featured in. I was talking about movie watches earlier. The Men in Black watches from Hamilton. Those are worth some money. And those are actually reproductions of the originals from the 60s. So look up movie watches on eBay and see some of the prices. Let's see. Said Longines, Hamilton, old Elgin watches. That's the kind of stuff that I get into. The battery operated stuff, not so much. The problem with the battery operated stuff is they're a lot like cell phones are today. Every few years, the technology changes and nobody wants the old stuff anymore. They stop making parts for them. Everybody wants the new stuff. But there's one watch in particular you should always, always walk away from, and that is Invicta. I don't care what the comps say. If you buy an Invicta to sell on eBay or online, you're going to regret it, more than likely. What in the world is that? Oh. Better not be the AC unit from my house making that noise. I paid $3,500 for that damn thing 2 years ago. Hang on, folks. I'll be right back. Oh, wife's out in the yard working with her sprinklers. That's the water coming through the spigot, making funny noises. I'll show you guys one other watch that is they're cool to find. They really don't make any money. Here you go. It's actually a wall clock. Mickey Mouse wristwatch. I think I paid $5 for it or something like that. Hey, Amanda, how are you? Cameron decided he was going to bed at night, so everybody jumped over here to my channel. Yeah, it's cool, and that's not they make a lot of those different Mickey Mouse wristwatch wall clocks. I need to put a battery in it. It's hot out here. For anybody else gonna let me see, I'll put it in again so you don't have to scroll up. Nope, wrong one. There we go. See if this works. There we go. Yeah, Jack, my AC, my swamp cooler got broke last week. I've got the part ordered to fix it. It's just they were slow filling the order. It's still in Texas. It should be on its way here. And they said by the 20th. So I got another week of sweating it out in here. So I've been working late at night and early in the mornings out here. And then middle of the day, I'm either taking a nap or I'm out running around town. So I come out here early in the morning, get my shipping done, and then draft and list until lunchtime, or it starts getting too hot in here. Then I'll load everything up, go drop shipping off, make a run through the local Goodwill, and then come to the house and nap till it cools off. But today it never cooled off. I can't wait to see my electric bill next month. Let me rephrase that. I try to nap during the heat of the day. I have one of those big swamp coolers that rolls around on the floor. It's made by Portacool. Holds about 40 gallons of water. Ping, what did you get for dinner? Yeah, I can either hook a water hose to mine or just fill the reservoir and turn it on, and it'll run on a full reservoir. It'll probably run 6 hours, and I have to refill it. Yeah, that's it. It's got the big cardboard looking honeycomb thing on the back of it, and pumps water over it and then draws the air across it to cool it down and recycles the water. Lean cuisine noodles. I don't even know what I'm going to. I'll probably just rummage in the refrigerator tonight. And had 2 corn dogs earlier, frozen ones. Just throw them in the microwave. I should have air fried them, but I was too lazy to wait 7 minutes. Yeah, I tried buying one of those little room ACs that rolls around, and it's got the hose that you hook to your window to blow the hot air out. But this is a 24 by 24 shop with no insulation, and that little AC is great in the house when it really gets hot. We put it in our bedroom, but out here in this shop, you have to keep it right beside you. You can get a little bit of relief. Midnight. Yeah. It's getting kind of late here too. It's going on 10 o'clock here. So you must be in the central time zone. I can't even use my grill right now. We've got it pulled apart and soaking in cleaner. Got everything but the grates clean, the bottom of the grates. Yeah, Illinois. Let's see, I went to boot camp in Illinois. Trying to think of where else Chicago area, I think, is the only area in Illinois I've ever been into, other than driving across to get somewhere else. Well, hopefully next year, if I can get far enough ahead, I'm going to empty this thing out and have it insulated and a new garage door put on. Nothing wrong with the old one, except it's just old. And I'm going to get a mini split put in here so I can work in here a little more comfortable. All right, Patrick, I'm glad you came over tonight. Appreciate you, man. Let's see, we're down to 11 people. Yeah, Ping, I was going to do it myself. So I got my ladder out. I climbed up to the rafters. I grabbed a hold of the rafters. And I was going to pull myself up into them. Done things like that all my life. But apparently in the last couple of years, I've gotten too old and fat, and I just can't pull my fat ass up in there to do the work. I've actually got the rolls of insulation. Tried to hire a young kid to come in and do it for me. I've been waiting on him for a year and a half to come over here and do it. He ain't never done it. Can't even pull myself up into the rafters. I'd hate to see what I look like if I tried to go back to hard rock mining. Be out there 5 minutes and be ready to drag up and go home. Well, folks, I'm glad everybody came over here, but it is hot out here, and I am a little hungry, sweaty, and I'm ready to go in the house. So listen, everybody tune in Monday night. I'm pretty sure I've got a really good guest on here. He doesn't show up in very many lives. In fact, I've never seen him in a live show. He'll only show up in the chat for just a minute or two, but guarantee you everybody knows who he is. So come by Monday night, and that's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll see you then. No problem, Matt. You have a good one, brother. Ping, enjoy your dinner. All right, Jack, I appreciate you. All right, let's see. I'll try not to leave it going like I did last week.